Now time for the latest business headlines. Well, with that, we're going to bring in our Monday Money Men, business and markets analyst and NewsMax contributor, Seth Denson, as well as accounting professor at Montclair State University, Dan Geltrude. Good morning, gentlemen. Let's get to those markets. They finished the week down. This morning, futures are up ahead of the opening bell. All right, so Skittles, the latest business being boycotted for wokeism. So the company releasing a new line of Skittles with packaging that says Black trans lives matter, claiming they have given up their rainbow so the LGBTQ community can enjoy theirs. It's just a plain white bag. Seth, how do you think the public is going to react to this? Are we going to see a Bud Light situation?
I don't know that we'll see a Bud Light situation, just because I think Bud Light's so specifically their consumers were very different. Skittles is more broadly bought, and candidly, it's more children-based. And it's Mars Company. Mars Company, it's a privately held company. So we won't actually know from a stock value how much this will impact them. It's interesting when companies wade into these waters, though. It's always a gamble. We'll see if this one pays off for them. I don't know that it will.
I don't know. Can we stay out of politics? Skittles, their rainbow tastes the rainbow.
Is this going to gain a market share? This is the part I just don't understand.
I just don't know. We're going to see how this story plays out. Well, how about this one? A crazy weekend for plane stories. Not only was there a crash at a Michigan air show, but two major airlines had very close calls. An American Airlines plane falling 15,000 feet. In the same weekend, a United flight came just 800 feet from crashing into the ocean. Dan, tell us more about this and the effect you'll think it'll have on these airlines.
Well, this was certainly a disturbing weekend. As far as the air show goes, it was a situation where the two pilots had to eject, and ultimately the plane did crash. I do not believe anyone was hurt, thankfully. And then in the American Airlines situation, it was an air pressurization problem where the plane basically dropped 15,000 feet, which terrorized the passengers. Again, everyone was okay. And then finally, United Airlines, due to some type of pilot error, came within 800 feet of crashing into the ocean. Now, do I think this is going to impact air travel? I don't think so. I think more people will probably end up in the bar at the airport before they board. That's what I think.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness. New reports predict it will actually cost more than $1.3 billion to fix residential property damage in Maui. I mean, Seth, obviously people like Jeff Bezos, Oprah Winfrey, who have homes there, that's not going to be a big problem for them. But how will the Hawaiian natives recover from all of this devastation?
Well, this is going to be tragic, Alex, and I'll be surprised if that number sticks at the $1.3 billion. I think it's going to be a lot more than that. My hope is that many of these folks were insured, and homeowners insurance is going to help. Certainly the federal government through FEMA will help, but we've got to make these people whole. And unfortunately, what this means for the rest of us is that we're going to probably help bear some of that burden, in large part, whether that be through taxes or increased insurance premiums. We saw that after the wildfires in California. Likely see it here, but let's hope these people are made whole and we get Maui back to where it was.
Absolutely. I mean, it is just a devastating story. Target announcing they will recall 2.2 million candles due to a safety threat. Dan, tell us more about this story and what effect it will have on Target, because the candles actually are a Target-owned brand.
So what we have here is these candles have either broken or cracked jars, which is creating a fire hazard. And obviously what's going on in Hawaii, fires are a serious matter. So I think Target doing the right thing. It's a recall, taking everything off the shelves. If people have these candles, they should return them. How much will it impact Target? Slight setback, but I don't believe it'll be anything material for the company.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one. So student loan payments are set to resume in October 1st. Experts are predicting this could have quite the impact on the economy. Seth, tell us more.
Well, you got to think, for a long time, these payments haven't been made. That means that's dollars that can be circulated throughout the economy. We're talking trillions in debt, on average of $500 a month in payments for the average American. We're talking billions in the U.S. economy that will be taken out of circulation and put into this. Now, does that mean that we don't need them to resume? No. People have responsibility to pay this debt, but nonetheless, it will have an impact on an already shaky economy. We'll see how much it ultimately is, but likely it's going to have something on our overall growth numbers going forward.
Yes. This story, so we touched on it slightly last week, but Disney, now the latest streaming platform to announce they're increasing the prices. The price raise is about $3. Dan, do you think consumers will be upset about this, or is this just completely expected with how much Disney is struggling?
Yeah, I don't think it's expected. I don't think people want to pay more for streaming. What we're talking about specifically here is for ad-free streaming. So for Disney Plus, it's going to be up 27%. For Hulu, up 20%. Oh. I don't think customers are going to be happy. It's now higher than Netflix in terms of that monthly fee. So, yeah, I think there's going to be some pushback here. Disney's going to feel this one.
That is a lot of money. And you think about if you have Netflix, if you've got HBO Max, you have all those, that is a lot of money for Disney Plus. Seth Denson, Dan Geltrude, always a pleasure. Thank you both for coming on this morning.
Thanks, Alex.
All right, up next,